Casey Show Monday morning, but that's all right. We're another day closer to the weekend. We are.
Woo!
We appreciate you sharing a portion of your morning with us. Hope you stick around all day long. And it looks like more clouds and sun today, 93 before we get things wrapped up. And it looks like mostly sunny tomorrow. 90 is the top off point. That's the way it's going to be for the remainder of the week and into the weekend. It is 78 right now. All right, Casey.
Okay.
You've had a few wrecks in your adulthood.
Yeah, some fender benders.
Now, you say what, about 5 in the last 3 years?
I don't even know.
I think it's more than 5 because I know you're driving and I've seen your car.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you some of the biggest mistakes to avoid after a traffic accident. I know this is 5 to 10 accidents too late, but I'm going to share them with you now just so you'll have them for your next accident.
Accidents. Yeah.
All right?
Okay. I'm paying attention.
Now, one of the mistakes is reacting too quickly and causing more damage.
Ooh, what?
This can be you. In the heat of the moment, whether you're at fault or not, it can be easy to assume that you've been wrongly done and act on emotion and adrenaline.
Oh.
In situations like road traffic collisions, it's normal for the shock to take over and for you to immediately start to panic.
Oh, wow.
Like you did the last wreck.
No, I was like, it was me. It was my fault.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing you need.
It was me.
Yeah. That can make the situation more stressful than it already is. This is why you must take a second to regulate your breathing, which will aid in a calm manner for you to carry on dealing with the situation. Now, if you immediately start apologizing to the other party like you did before taking a moment to take in just what happened, you have already opened yourself up to being at fault when this might not be true. Never admit guilt in a traffic accident. Never.
It wasn't me.
Yeah. Now, another mistake is declining or avoiding medical assistance. Now, if you have to be involved in an extreme car collision to receive medical assistance, in fact, it is advised that any crash, which has caused trauma to the body, especially the head or spine, that you are assessed at the scene of the incident, as paramedics and healthcare professionals will be able to determine if you have any injuries.
Yeah, and you're not going to know. In shock, you don't feel it.
No, it could be the next day.
Yeah.
Even if they're not potentially life-threatening or not.
Huh.
Check it out. Get some medical assistance.
Like, when did this pole get through my spine? Like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't feel that yesterday.
Yeah.
Shock.
And you're right. Most of the pain is usually the next day.
Yep. You don't know.
Yep. And another mistake people make is failing to gather evidence and information.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do that, did
No,
you?
I don't.
No.
What?
The number one priority is safety and getting you and any passenger medical assistance if needed. Now, the second priority should be ensuring that you have the evidence to back up the situation. Take photos of both vehicles and any injuries that have occurred. This will later need to be passed on to your insurance company if you make a claim.
Yeah.
Now, getting a hold of evidence while you're still at the scene can give your attorney the best start in launching any investigation, as well as help law enforcement to understand the situation clearer.
Well, good. Yeah. Get the evidence.
Now, another mistake.
What?
Not calling the cops.
Oh.
In some states, it is a legal requirement to contact the police after a road traffic incident. Now, right here in Texas, I don't think it is. If there's no injuries, you can just exchange information.
I've seen little bitty fender benders. Somebody bumped into somebody lightly, so they just exchanged their information and went off their way.
Right. Some states, you have to call the cops. Police officer at the scene can collect valuable evidence, which could help and aid your case and get the process done in a smooth and efficient fashion. They can also track down witnesses, assess the road, and take official photographs that can be duplicated. Now, this leaves one less job for you if a medical professional is currently assessing you or any passengers. Now, by not calling the cops, you allow the other potentially at-fault driver to get away with the accident. And don't take the insurance company's word for it.
Okay.
All right? Insurance companies deny quality claims as the longer they refuse to pay you, the more money they get.
Really?
It's advised to speak to an injury lawyer and ask them to evaluate your claim, as they'll know if you're getting a fair deal or not. They can also advise you to stick to your fight for a bigger amount.
Yeah, more money.
Yeah. Now, Casey, after I explained all of this to you,
some mistakes were made.
Who's that? Is that Tori? Who's that?
It's Tori.
Tori Brothers. Now, hang on, Tori. All of this information I just gave you doesn't pertain to you because 100% of the accidents you had were your fault.
Well, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not probably.
Okay,
they
yeah,
were.
they were mine. My
Even the
fault.
old man you hit at the Stripes and Cove.
He
Poor
was-
guy just minding his own damn business.
He
and
was
you
so
slam
nice.
into him.
He was so nice.
Yeah. And then there's Mojo's building that you ran into.
There, it's fine. It's fine. It was just
Okay.
a scratch on my car.
On your car. Oh, my, look at the time. 9:50, 10 before 10 to Mix Online, your hits from the 80s, 90s, and today. That's going to do it for us, Casey. We got to wrap things up, grab our gear, and head on down range. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. Thank you for your phone calls, your kind texts, your Facebook messages,
and you super freaks on TikTok.
God love each and every one of you. Have yourself an extremely weird day today. Don't make it boring.
But do make it safe.
We want you back tomorrow morning, dark and early, for another edition of the Ken and Casey Show. And thanks to Jesse Dallas Boutique in Kempner, the sponsor of the Ken and Casey Show this morning. And appreciate you having you on board.
And make sure to join us tomorrow on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X, courtesy of John Wegner Street Family and StreamYard.
9:51, 9 before 10 to Mix Online, your hits from the 80s, 90s, and today. Say bye, Casey.
Bye, Casey.
Ken and Casey in the morning, individually wrapped for your protection. Mix Online on iHeartRadio.
Jesse Dallas Boutique, a Texas-style boutique with trendy fashion pieces and awesome gift options. With all kinds of stuff for yourself or for others if you're nice. With clothes, cups, freeze-dried candies, candles, air freshies, jewelry, and that's just some of the items. And let's not forget about the men with their new men's section. They are locally owned and part of the community for over 6 years now. So if you don't know yet, you do now. Have your next shopping spree at Jesse Dallas Boutique, 392 Depot Avenue, Kempner, Texas. And check them out on Facebook and Instagram.